Good morning, traders. Welcome to StockCast. My name is Todd Derby, along with co-host James Mason. Good morning, James. How are we doing?
Todd, good morning. I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing well. It's Friday, end of the week, end of the month. Woo! Here we are, already at the end of April.
Yeah. It is crazy though how quickly this year is already ticking away.
Yep. And in some sense, it seems like it's going quite quickly. In another sense, when I look at my certain ticker in my portfolio, it seems like it's dragging on really, really slow.
Man, you're gonna get me going already this morning.
I'm not trying to, but I did get a tweet back from about my live stream request. Got the duly noted tweet back, so that was a positive. I know a bunch of people are getting some email confirmations back. So, worst case scenario, they're hearing us. Now
Okay.
it's the ball's in their court to act on it.
Yeah. People are saying that my audio is quiet. I'm not sure why.
Sounds good. It sounds good on my end.
They're saying that they can hear you, but I guess they can't hear me, which doesn't make sense.
I can. No, that is weird because I can hear you fine. I heard you in the pre-conversation, and right now you're coming through really good.
All right.
If you guys hold on, if you can hear James, give us a thumbs up. If you can't hear him, let us know that because he can say he's talking, but I can hear you. When they say I can hear you, are you hearing James or are you hearing Todd or both? All right, I got a thumbs up there. It's better now. You are good now. All right. They just had to turn their volume up.
Yeah, it's not that I'm good now. Y'all are good now.
Yeah, like, oh, oops, I had my volume turned down. Yeah.
All right.
That's the new service we're going to start to offer. We're going to come to their house and turn their volume on for them.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny.
All right, man. What is there in the market today, Todd?
Well, here I'll show you my my market watch list today.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Seriously, like it's
blank.
It's crap.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot going on.
News is dead. Premarket's dead. I mean, volume's super low. I don't know. S&P 500 futures. I mean, they're not really doing too much right now.
How did Apple earnings? I was not paying attention. How did Apple earnings do last night?
I think they missed on the revenue, but their expectations, like, I think they kind of exceeded a little bit. The last I looked, they went up some.
Okay.
Okay, they're back down. Never mind.
Yeah, I just looked at the headline. Apple shares dip after company warns a possible $8 billion hit from supply constraints. Yeah, right.
I know Amazon. So about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I actually ended up giving the TTBB members the screenshots of their positions from the eye, and at that moment, they were. I mean, they weren't really. They were bearish on Apple, but you can tell they weren't really that confident. They were only about 3 million short on Apple, so that's peanuts. In Amazon, they were bullish on Amazon at the time, about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but they were only bullish about 24 million. And usually what I've seen just from watching it is they're serious when it's over 50 million. That's in terms for like equities. So, I wasn't really feeling too great about either one of those, but the last like 30 minutes of the market, they went from being 24 million bullish on Amazon to, let me think, to like negative like 80 some million.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a 100 million swing.
Yeah, it was something crazy like that. And then Apple, they covered their entire position short and went long by about 1.7 million. So I could tell they weren't confident at all on Apple, which if you look at it, let me share my screen really quickly. So if you look at it, you can see for Apple here after hours when they released their earnings and how I was saying that the Wells were not confident on it whatsoever. I mean, it shot up, but then it quickly went down. It really didn't do much, and then it got hammered right here, and then just kind of bounced out.
When it was shooting up, they were scaling in.
Do what?
When it was shooting up, they were scaling in.
Well, they were probably scaling out. Like, I haven't looked at the eye yet, but
Okay.
yeah, like I said, like they barely just went long. They were only long about 1.7 mil. And then you guys can just do the math of 1.7 million divided by 162 whatever. So they weren't really long by much. Obviously, in like compared to like our standards, our accounts, yeah, it'd be a lot. But for them, that's nothing.
When you've shared whale numbers, like usually we're hearing numbers like 10, 20, 50 million. So when you say 1.7, it sounds like a break-even position. It sounds like it's like a neutral position almost.
Yeah, probably be about, I don't know, $200 in our account. That's the equivalent.
Yeah.
That'd be like us buying, really, it'd be like us buying 1 or 2 shares of Apple and swinging it for earnings and then just kind of like being like, all right, whatever.
Yeah. No problem.
And also too, like they may have had, or not may have had, but based off their regulations and dependent on who actually held that position, it could have been that they might have been a high frequency hedge fund, which would mean that they would always have to hold some amount of shares. So they actually could have just been like just trying to break even, keep it as even as possible, since they weren't feeling confident in either direction. And really in the end, they just, they break even on the share price, whether they would win or lose from having such a small position, but they made all their money throughout the day filling those orders for everybody, creating liquidity.
That's funny. You know how you get on YouTube and you click, next thing you know, you're down a rabbit hole, and 3 hours later you go, shit, I just lost all this time.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even remember the story, who the guy was, but he was a trader that had some stuff on YouTube. And he was talking about how one of his strategies is he'll take a position long and a position short on the same ticker in 2 different accounts. And when it breaks, he'll cut one and ride the other one. And I'm like, sounds like a lot of work. And that's what, these hedge funds have to be in a stock. Like trying to always like guess the right side where they can't literally sit on the sidelines. Like we have the option. That would be hard.
Yeah. I'm not sure how they exactly do it, but
well, I know how I would do it. I would pull out show my chart. I would pull up the Transparent Traders Black Box Entry and Exits Trading View chart, and I would use that to figure out my positions.
That's what we need to do. We need to sell it to them. That's the big plan. That's the big plan one day. All right, but back to what I was saying was, so the Wells were not that confident on Apple, and you can see like Apple didn't really do crap. And then Amazon, the last 30 minutes, they went super hardcore bearish on it. Like this last 30 minutes right here, that's when they flipped their position of being positive 24 million and went negative like 80. I think it was like 83 million. And then, well, you can see when Amazon reported, it just tanked. I didn't trade either one of these, but like thinking back on it, for Amazon, I was actually in my mind, I was actually bullish. And the reason why is because Amazon just passed up Walmart for, I think, making the most retail sales or something like that. But anyways, they passed up Walmart. And I was thinking, I was like, okay, there's probably something, more to this. And they'll probably give us a strong bullish run. But I completely forgot about Amazon's position when they invested into what was it, Rivian,
Yep.
the EV company,
Yep.
and they took that fat loss on it. You remember the last time they had earnings, and everybody was just like, "Yeah, they bought all their shares and it tanked," but it tanked after they had to report their earnings. So that's why it wasn't on that last earnings report. It fell on this one.
Oh,
I forgot all about it. They took a $4 billion hit.
wow. And they hit it they hit it for almost 90 days the way they did it.
Yeah.
Clever little bastards.
Yeah. So yeah, I forgot all about it. And I think a lot of people forgot all about it. It's just one of those things you really don't think about unless if you're like just hardcore into the stock, the company. But yeah, it came back and got them. So regardless, I mean, like I'll be honest, guys, the eye, I mean, it does change quickly because they're changing their positions as they see fit, and that can happen in a moment's notice. But like, man, it's if you spend some time to just watch them, watch how they work, how they flow, it's pretty much spot on. I mean, you can never approach anything with an absolute guarantee, but it does help a lot. That's what I'm saying.
Have you noticed a trending where the eye is more active earlier in the week or the middle of the week versus later in the week?
Nah, they don't really do that stuff. That's like when retail traders, you always hear them talk about like power hour. Man,
Yeah.
Wall Street don't give a crap about that stuff. They trade this shit 24/7. There is no power hour. It's the whole day is power hour for them.
But except that around 3 o'clock Eastern time is when they do get back from the stripper club's lunch that they go to. And so
And they're like, oh my God, I forgot to sell that position. Let me unload the entire thing.
yeah, hold on, Tiffany. I'll be right back.
All right, let's
Hit the comments.
Yeah, it's a slow Friday. Not much going on. I have no interest in any tickers today. Hold on, let me see.
Well, James, we can end the show right here.
We really could. Yeah, see, right there.
Oh no, this is the one right here. We're done.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure. You know what? We see a comment like that. You know who I think that is? I wonder if that's Johnny posing and messing with us.
No, that's actually Sarah.
I don't know, Sarah.
I know who Sarah is. So.
Oh, good. All right.
All right. Let's see. Oh, I was gonna say something about the SPY. Yeah, the SPY. I mean, SPY's pulling back right now, but it's just, I don't know. I'm just not feeling it today. I don't know if it's that I'm not feeling all these tickers because I feel like the pre-market's slow, or if I'm just not feeling, I'm not in a trading mindset or something. I'm not sure.
Well, there is value. That's one of the things you've taught me is that if you're not in the mindset, don't try to get into it and force it. It's better to not take a trade and walk away, or focus on what you have to get focused on, or if you have a project or a family issue, than to try to go in here and force a trade.
Yeah, most definitely. All right, let's see. Let's go through the comments. Here's one. Let's see. Ticker SOFI. Am I still watching it? I'm not actually watching it. I got hammered in it the other day, last week, because I bought contracts that expired last Friday. That's why I got hammered in it. Wish I'd have bought more time, but man, it has not done crap at all. the Bears have just been on top of it, just staying on it, just shorting it. I'm surprised. Like, let me show the daily chart. I'm honestly surprised that with how long it's just been beat down like this, and with the high open interest on a lot of the contracts, the borrow rates, whatnot, that it just, I'm surprised it hasn't just popped up and took off running yet. So last week I was pretty much a day late. Well, not a day late, but saying a day late, a dollar short. That was pretty much me last week. My timing was off. So I do think that SoFi will pop off, but clearly my timing was off last week. So I can't, it's hard for me to really say, because they really caught me off guard last week when they came in and started shorting it very heavy, after it's just been beat down. But that is what it is.
At this point, after them being beat down, though, and they spend a lot of money on advertising campaigns, because I see stuff in my mailbox or email box, and like you're in Google, like it pops up. So they probably need something to push them right now, don't you think? To create some volume, some interest.
Yeah. So one of the reasons why there's a lot of bearish sentiment on SoFi right now is it's all wrapped around the White House extending not paying back student loans until like August. But what people really fail to understand about SoFi is that's just a portion of what they do. Not too many people know that SoFi actually owns the Apex clearing firm.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that's a major clearing firm.
Isn't it the biggest clearing firm?
I don't think it's the biggest, but
it's
Apex. When I was using Centerpoint, Apex was the clearing firm who I was going through.
Okay,
and I know how much they make from their fees. Like that week they got me for $12,000 in fees.
Bastards.
Jesus. I thought I had a phenomenal week. I made $20,000 that week, and I was like, yes. And you know how those fees are delayed.
Right.
And I started seeing it chip down. I called them up and ended up only making about $8,000.
Yeah. Yeah. Tony asked a question here about, really hate to ask, what is our plan? What is our plan if P doesn't listen to our request for a meeting? Not sure if they take us seriously. I don't know if we really. First off, it's not our plan. It's a request made by, I think, many members. They've obviously are putting together a plan of whatever the plan is, and maybe they can incorporate a live stream, a Zoom, into whatever they're working on. And I think our feedback is healthy, and it's good for them to hear our concerns, and maybe they tweak something they're currently doing. But I don't think they're going to get a bunch of responses and go, hey, let's have a Zoom meeting because I'm getting all this pressure. But if they got something they're working on, they're like, this might be a good idea to incorporate a Zoom into this idea that they're working on. I think that's the goal here. What's the backup plan? I don't know if I have a backup plan. We have to let them do their thing.
Yeah. It's really one of those things to where I don't want to say that there's nothing to win or lose in a situation. But in a sense, that's kind of what it is. What we're really trying to do is just open up the lines of communication.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So Jordan has, a question. Let me put it up. Donrail and here, this is Turtle Beach, have been in negotiations for over a year now. Do you think Donrail is actually serious about buying them out anytime soon? I was reading they have yet to verify funds still. I personally don't know how long they've been in negotiations for. I would say that Donrail is pretty serious about it since they done made filings on it. and they already nominated an entire board. Yesterday, I just received my proxy card, and I already voted against everything that was recommended. That's just me. This last part, I was reading they have yet to verify funds still. That's what Bank of America is going to say. The same way that Don Rail is going to sling crap at Turtle Beach. That's how this goes. When you have a hostile takeover that's starting to take place, the whole point is to convince all of the other shareholders who are in that stock to see things your way. And if Don Rail is saying that this leadership is horrible, the stock has just bled out since X date, that's their angle. And then you're going to have like Bank of America say, Don Rail can't afford this. They don't even have the financing. Everybody's trying to gain that influence over the rest of the shareholders so they can win this proxy battle. So until then, like the stock price is going to kind of just jump all around. This is why I said in the beginning, like this would not be a good trade to take contracts on options because we don't know. Well, then we didn't know when they were going to host the annual shareholder meeting, and we just don't really know like how long this is going to take. But now that we got that proxy card for June, we know that's when it should pop off before then. So as for me, I'm going to let him do his thing. At the end of the day, Turtle Beach is going to have to push their stock up, or Don Rail is going to have to scare them to where they start buying out everybody's shares. That's just how it works.
How did you get your proxy card? Because I have yet to see mine come through.
I got an email.
All right. Yeah, I haven't received mine.
Let's see what else we got.
We are under 5 minutes to the market.
Jason wrote, let's talk about StockCast alerts waking me up at 3:25. That wasn't me. Like a TTBB or from the StockCast Twitter for the news.
Oh, I bet he's following the news feed.
Hey, if you guys haven't done it yet, go on Twitter and look up Join StockCast, and you'll see our StockCast news bot on there.
It's actually pretty good. Pretty cool. All right, 4 minutes to market.
All right, well, slow Friday morning pre-market. It is what it is. Other than that, remember, trade safe, trade smart, and don't screw up y'all's weekend. So we appreciate y'all tuning in today, and we'll catch y'all in the next one.
See ya.